everyone, this is Alex with Unicorn Riot. I'm here in Boulder, Colorado, where a group of about 30 or 40 protesters are here to counter-protest a anti-queer and anti-abortion evangelical church event. And they're marching right now to the event. So we're gonna walk up behind them here. It's been raining and it's really windy, so the sound might not be the best and there might be some raindrops on the lens, but we're gonna try to provide you as good as coverage as we can from Boulder, Colorado. This event, this Christian evangelical event, is put on by this group called Let Us Worship, and it was created by this self-identified missionary, Sean Foyt, and he's like also a musician, and basically he started this group in 2020 basically because of the pandemic. He felt like because of the different mandates and like church services not being able to happen in person because of COVID and people dying, he felt like his ability to worship was getting infringed upon. So he started this group, and I guess since 2020 every summer they travel across the country, and today in Boulder, Colorado is their kickoff event. So we're nearing it. I see a police cruiser up on the horizon. Apparently there's a lot of police already there. And sorry for the shaky frame. Walking on kind of rough terrain right now. But the Evangelical Christian event is supposed to have anywhere from 400 people to over 1,000. So we'll see soon. So yeah, now it's not raining anymore, but you can see the dark clouds. I don't know if you can hear, but I can hear possibly Sean Foyt speaking on a microphone right now. The church is right where those trees are. This group of counter-protesters includes children and families and people who are unapologetically queer and trans, and people who are for the protection of reproductive rights and access to abortion. There's about 40 people counter-protesting. We're making our way. You can see the mountains are really beautiful here on the Front Range. Just needed to show you all that. And this trend of right-wing Christian like people or I guess radicals getting involved in issues about abortion, reproductive rights, and gender has increased recently, and it's definitely a known presence at a lot of anti-abortion rallies. Patriot Front, the Nazi group we did a few huge leaks of, Patriot Front was present at, I think it was called the March for Life in Washington, D.C. a few months ago. And so that trend has been ongoing for a little while now. All right.
Your ideology and your views aren't welcome here.
Oh, apparently there's two people to the right of me who are part of the radical Christian group.
This fascist shit has got to go!
These other people on the right with the cameras are also with the radical Christian people. So there is at least 5 of them towards the back of the crowd. There's a couple people from the National Lawyers Guild here. They're standing off to the left. Oh, my apologies. The person with the red flag is apparently with this group. I don't think that person is a radical Christian, but those 3 are. Those 2 there and that one are 100% trying to get photos of everyone marching right now. And now I see a cop is approaching out of his vehicle. Only one officer with the sheriff's department. I'm honestly not sure what county we're in right now. I will find that out. So those 3 in the back with the cameras are part of the Evangelical Christian faction. You know, they could be Proud Boys or one of those, unclear. So this is Vine Life Church on the right. One of their main preachers or pastors speaks about gender and sexuality as that, you know, the stereotypical traditional male and female, and heterosexual is the only only option God wants and what God created. That's what he preaches. So I believe here on this side is Boulder County Open Space.
We gotta stay together, yo. Tighten up!
There's 2 police cars stopping traffic so people can cross. So this is Boulder, Colorado again, outside the Vine Life Church. This is where the Evangelical Christian group.
How many children have you murdered? Dirty fucking pig! Why do you assault your dog? Why do you have canine unit? Get a job!
The Evangelical Christian group putting on the event here outside the Vine Life Church is Let Us Worship. And again, that was founded by Sean Foyt. He is a self-proclaimed missionary. And so one of the purposes of this counter protest is to disrupt and try to shut down, or at least, you know, at the very least disrupt this Evangelical Christian event. Sorry, that was my response. There's just a lot of people there. This is their outside rally. I'll zoom in a second. There is at least probably 300 or so people. The speaker at the Evangelical event just said, grab someone's hand next to you and pray. Some of these people seem to be, I think it's called like the new Christian religion or something, with these lion flags and people carrying the shofar, which is a traditional Jewish like religious item. Yet these evangelical Christians were just blowing through them and making the shofar play. And now someone is singing. Oh, it's Sean Foyt. I'll try to get. So that long-haired man is Sean Foyt, the founder of Let Us Worship. And there's some people approaching the fence. This person has a shofar. Why do you while the march was happening. I believe that's one of them right there with the tan pants.
Lord, we thank you, God, that this is your land. We declare your favor. We declare your faithfulness. We declare your glory. We declare your kingdom. We declare your righteousness. We declare your justice. We declare your mercy. Oh, Lord, we thank you that today, on this hill, we declare the heavens over Boulder, Colorado are open. The heavens over the Rocky Mountains are open. The heavens over the cities are open in Jesus' name. We pray tonight, God, that your kingdom will be established on the throne tonight of our praise. Come on, somebody give a shout of praise. I love it when people come and they subject themselves to our worship. 100% of the time, God always gets a few of them. So come on, let's go tonight. We're going to sing a song called Louder. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Come on, here we go. Come on, put your hands together, Colorado. It's time to focus on Jesus.
There's a lot of loud music.
Sing aloud by His grace. We're surrounded by His grace. Sing it louder if you found grace. As you walk into the oh God! I thought he was the guy. Sing it loud. Springs, Denver, Fort Collins, Estes Park, some other city. And every single time people said, why are you going to Colorado? It's crazy there, it's dark there, it's a cold there, it's heavy there. I said, fuck you, Sean! Fuck you, Sean!
The counter-protesters are chanting, fuck you, Sean, right now, referring to Sean Foyt, the person who's speaking right now at the event and who founded Let Us Worship.
Come on, we're going to sing this song. Come on. We're going to sing this song called Standing on the Rock. Tell someone, say, Standing on the Rock. Standing on the Rock. Standing on the Rock. We're in Bond. We're standing on the rock.
Fuck you, Sean! Fuck you, Sean!
In seasons fuck you,
Sean!
In seasons with crazy people. It's time for us to stand on the rock. Come on, let's do this.
Fuck you, Sean! Fuck you, Sean! Fuck you, Sean! Fuck you, Sean!
Come on, put our hands together. Here we go. Here we go.
So up on the hill are the three people now again who are filming the counter says that facing the other way. Obviously a bunch of rainbow flags. There's a trans flag. There's a red communist flag. There's a non-binary flag, or maybe actually that's pansexual. There are a lot of pride flags. It's Pride Month. June is Pride Month, so it's an interesting juxtaposition with it being a few days into Pride Month, and there's this Evangelical Christian event in Boulder, Colorado, which is a very liberal area of Colorado, at least in the city, and then there's this Evangelical Christian anti-queer event with a few hundred people. Sean Foyt, who's the founder and who's performing music right now, he has called trans people and like gay people abominations. It says similar negative things about people who have had abortions. He also peddles the narrative that queer people groom children. He believes that. He believes queer people groom children, and I believe he also thinks that queer people molest children. He posts a lot of those right-wing ideas on his Facebook. Up on the hill, there's 4 police vehicles and 1 unmarked vehicle that is probably a police vehicle. Seems to be looking through binoculars. And again, this is outside of Vine Life Church in Boulder. And if you're unfamiliar with Boulder but know about Denver, this is about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes outside of Denver, north of Denver. marching, I thought the person with the red flag was with the Christian group, but they're actually with the counter protesters, and I believe that flag just is for communism. I believe. But yeah, there's a bunch of different people here in the counter protester group.
Pentecost weekend. It says in the book of Acts, it's like a mighty rushing wind. And I just had a sense that as we're experiencing this wind in the physical, that God's releasing a wind in the spirit over this state. And here's the thing that I felt. I heard from the Lord that there was a wind that was blowing, where in this season you felt heaviness, you felt depression, maybe you felt disappointment. But there is a wind coming on the church that's going to blow away all the discouragement, all the disappointment, all the heartache, all the heaviness. Come on, how many believe that? It's a new season. Come on, turn it, let someone say it's a new season. So I just want you to lift your hands up with me, and I want to sing this. Just as I was giving this praise, I want to sing this over the state. I want to sing this over the region. Let the thank you, God, today. A fire and a wind. Come on, just thank him, just thank him, just thank him. Just thank him, just thank him.
Hail Satan!
It's amazing, there's seasons, you know, where everything is trying to vie for your attention. And yet we get the privilege of focusing on him. Come on, just focusing on him. Come on, this is good preparation. The noise of the world just continues to get louder. The hate of the world continues to get louder. The voice of the enemy continues to get louder. But the Lord is saying, come up here, come up here. Let me show you who's really in control. I don't know about you, Colorado, but I read the end of the book. And it ends pretty well. This book is life. This book is truth. This book is healing. This book is joy. This book is his faithfulness.
Go back to Texas, you fucking hick!
I read the end of the book. And it ends pretty dang good.
Fuck you, Sean! Fuck you! Fuck you, Sean! 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 Fuck you,
And I
Sean!
stand
Fuck you,
for the
Sean!
truth.
Fuck you, Sean!
You're the God
Fuck you,
who
Sean!
moves.
Fuck you, Sean!
There's
Fuck you,
nothing
Sean!
in your way. There's nothing you can do. And I stand on the truth that you will break through. There's nothing in your way. There's nothing you can do. Come on, sing it out. And I stand on the truth. You're the God who moves. There's nothing in your way. There's nothing you can do. And I stand on the truth that you will break through. There's nothing in your way. There's nothing you can do. Let me teach you this bridge. This bridge is really fun. You're not ready for. You bust down prison doors, Jesus. Jesus, there is no place. There is no place that's too difficult. Your love breaks through it all, Jesus. Jesus. You know, when we wanted to come to Boulder, everyone was saying, why are you coming to Boulder? There's easier places to come in Colorado. I said, we're coming to Boulder because the call of the Lord is to bring light to the darkness. The call on the church is to bring hope to the hopeless. And we give the enemy zero real estate. So I feel like we're just declaring this song over the valley. There is no fight. You're not ready.
I think Sean Voight just called the counter protesters their enemy and said that he feels like he was called to come to Boulder, Colorado to bring light to the darkness.
Jesus, come on, say there is no fight. There is no fight. You're not ready for. You'll ring down prison doors. Jesus, Jesus, there is no place. There is no place that's too difficult. Your love breaks through it all.
Here's the mountains in the background. So this is just open space, like boulder open space where this field is. There's a bunch of groundhog, or I'm sorry, bunch of prairie dog holes everywhere.
The whole time. Come on, here we go. Here we go, Boulder.
This pink banner says Queers Bash Back.
Trust the God who triumphs. And I stand on the truth. You're the God who moves. There's nothing in your way. There's nothing you can do. And I stand on the truth that you will break through. There's nothing in your way. There's nothing you can do. Come on, just let your hands sing with me. There is no fight you're not ready for. You bust down prison doors, Jesus. Jesus. There is no place that's too difficult. Your love breaks through it all, Jesus. Jesus. There is no fight you're not ready for. You bust down prison doors, Jesus. Jesus.
One of the lyrics in his song says, "You bust down prison doors, Jesus."
Your love breaks through it all, Jesus. Let's just pray to break into the city of God.
but a reintroduction. We're in Boulder, Colorado. This is Alex with Unicorn Riot. You can check us out at unicornriot.ninja. So this is a counter protest to an evangelical Christian event run by the organization Let Us Worship, and it was founded by Sean Foyt, who has been performing music. And he and the organization are anti-queer and anti-gay and anti-abortion. And that's why there's this counter-protest here. This is the kickoff to a summer tour for Let Us Worship. They apparently are going to be traveling around the country having similar events like this. This event is right outside the Vine Life Church in Boulder, and one of the lead pastors of Vine Life preaches how the male and female gender are the only ones God created, and that God created only straight people.
Just for you to lift your voice.
So, this event is outside of that church.
How special is it that we get to have this epic view of the mountains? Lord, we thank you, Father, creator of the heavens and the earth. Your arm is not too short. Rising among you guys out there.
chanting "Fuck you, Sean." Again, Sean Fout is the founder of Let Us Worship, which is the evangelical right-wing event that's happening right now.
Jesus, we shout your praise. Holy road, every valley raised, every mountain made low. You are King over it all. Jesus, we lift your name above the noise. Sing it again. Jesus, we lift your name above the noise. Jesus, we shout your praise. A holy road, every valley raised up, every mountain made low. You are King over it all. Jesus, we lift your name above the noise. We've been to 170 cities. We ain't quit yet. We've encountered Portland, Seattle, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York. We can deal with Boulder, trust me. We're gonna be all right. Come on, just begin to lift your hands. Come on, let's just take a minute and just thank Him. Come on, thank Him that He rules and reigns over the chaos, over the confusion. Come on, just thank Him, just thank Him. Come on, just lift up your praise. There's a breakthrough coming today. There's a breakthrough coming today. There's a reason we had to fight through the snow and the wind and the rain and the craziness. There is a breakthrough coming.
The counter-protesters are chanting, Jesus sucks dick.
And when we were planning, the Lord told us in 2022 to do 12 cities to focus our energy and our efforts. We did like 80 last year. And He gave us 12 cities to focus on for this year. And I really felt like He said Boulder. And when He spoke Boulder to me, I said, okay, all right, Boulder. So we had this amazing permit with the university. Can you believe it? The University of Colorado gave us a permit. They were actually really kind. They were willing to work with us. We were really excited. And then, of course, in Colorado fashion, late May, you get a blizzard. And so I really felt like, we remained audible. And I just want to thank this amazing church for opening this space. Just give them a hand. The Bible talks about the Old Testament specifically about high places. And high places are very important. We believe me. High places are very important. They're fought after. In fact, before we started doing this worship across America, I've been to 70 nations, and we do a ton in the Middle East, and we do a lot in Hindu nations, Buddhist nations, Muslim nations, and high places are important. That's where they build temples and mosques and churches and everything, right? And I feel like that the Lord spoke to me about Boulder, that there is an anointing for worship. A couple people are excited about that. And that the battle over Boulder and over Colorado is who will be worshipped. Now many people worship creation and it's just misguided worship. Right? A lot of people worship a lot of different things here. But there is a holy alignment where God is calling His people to reclaim high places of worship. And listen, COVID taught us a few things. How valuable is our worship? We're going to let governors go and take it away. We're going to worship through pandemic, persecution, through noise. Listen, what we're doing right here may be different from what the church is doing for 2,000 years. And so obviously it was a fight, but you know what? We're born from battle, baby. If you live in Colorado, I want you to raise your hand. I want to declare over you today that there is an upgrade of worship coming to your life. There's an upgrade of quality. There's an upgrade not just spiritually. You need to shut up the news. You need to shut up Twitter. You need to shut up social media. You need to turn up worship. You need to blast it in your car, in your house, in your neighborhood. This is what Pentecost is all about. Listen, they didn't gather for preaching. It says when they were worshiping, they heard this sound. They gathered. Worship is the evangelism. You know how many cities we've been to, and the people that came to antagonize ended up being the people that gave their life to the Lord. You know what? We're so happy that we don't stop. You can't stop us, might as well join it, right? But I want to take a minute for your heart and just go over and keep worshiping.
Up here, Sean!
God's going to bring a lot of healing and freedom. We're going to baptize people. It's going to be fun. I felt like there was an anointing in worship to break through. But I want to give you an opportunity for those watching around the world.
I pissed on your wife, Sean! That means she's mine!
We're not going to take long doing that. You can throw up on the screens the ways that you can give. Obviously, you guys know this. I've been asking for a long time. like you're sowing into worship. You're sowing a seed into the worship of your city.
Apparently the last leg of this summer tour for Let Us Worship is going to be in Washington, D.C. at the National Mall. That's what Sean Fout just said.
977, you can text Let Us Worship.
We're in Boulder, Colorado, for anyone who's just tuning in. This is Alex with Unicorn Riot. You can check out all our work and coverage at unicornriot.ninja. We are currently covering a counter-protest to this Evangelical Christian event organized by Let Us Worship, which was founded by self-titled missionary Sean Fout. And he and the organization are anti-queer, anti-gay, anti-abortion, and that's why there are people here to the right of this barbed wire fence counter-protesting, or they are protesting. They're countering this event.
2 weeks from now, we're going to be with Marlon doing a Jesus March with thousands of worshipers through the streets of Chicago.
Yes,
They're going to get shot. Do we believe that this is a spiritual battle? You won't wave at me. Do you believe this is a spiritual battle? So hope yourself that you can go there. They're going to have Rob pray because he's a pastor and he's got finance authority or something like that, whatever they call it. But I want Marlon to pray over you. And then I want you to extend your hand to him because we're taking this sound to his city. It is a Hispanic army. It is an African American army. It is the craziest, most beautiful, wild, and eclectic group you've ever seen. And these guys don't back down. The last time we were with them in Chicago, we had 5,000 people on heroin highway. They call it heroin highway. Drug addicts were giving their lives to Jesus, throwing their drugs in the street. People were getting free.
Sean Fout is talking about when he's gone to Chicago in the past to have these events, and he's talking about the one that's going to happen in Chicago this summer, how they're expecting it to be thousands of people marching through the streets of Chicago. The presence of cops on the road is slowly growing.
Totally something Jesus would have advocated for, begging for money. Who are you with? I don't know who that is, I'm sorry.
You should check us out.
Twitter?
We're on everything. Unicornriot.ninja.
Radical, check it out.
Yeah.
somewhere else tonight, so she's going to leave in a minute, but I was like, hey, listen, since you got a layover in Denver already, why don't you come worship with us? This may be your first day of a worship. We're making history tonight, guys. Come on, just lift your hands. Let's worship.
Starting to sprinkle down a little bit. There's a dark gray cloud right above us right now. So this is behind, it's the Rocky Mountains, the Front Range. Protesters here are playing music and blowing whistles, and some have like pots and pans and buckets with drumsticks, and just all sorts of noisemakers, and they've been chanting, and obviously, as you can tell, I've excuse me, expressed all the different flags, and there's banners, and so I believe this is going to go till about 7, because the Evangelical event goes until 7. And then there might be speakers afterwards. So I think we're going to stay live for a bit longer, see when when the group marches back away from here. And there might be some speakers at that point, so we're just gonna stay live for a bit and yeah, see what happens, see how it pans out. Yeah, so there's about 15 more minutes of the event.
I believe tonight in this place on this hilltop that this is a moment, even as the rain is falling, that represents His favor, that represents His healing, that represents His washing. I believe even in this moment, God is moving our hearts to a place of surrender. I believe that even right now, if you tune into His voice, just close your eyes, as you tune into His voice, I believe that you can feel the Father and hear the Father pulling you closer. And I believe tonight in this place that God has come, not just to bring a breakthrough out there, but to bring a breakthrough right here, to free us, to free us, to free us of our addictions, to free us of our compromise, to free us of our to free us of our unbelief. I believe one of the biggest things God wants to do over Colorado is free us from the spirit of unbelief. Not believing God can do what He said He would do. And unbelief will make your heart grow so hard. Unbelief will paralyze your faith. And I believe tonight that we got to repent for the spirit of unbelief that causes us to reject Him and causes us to run away. The beautiful thing about Pentecost was that 3,000 people gave their lives to Jesus after a worship service. Peter barely had to preach. When the presence of God is here, you don't have to preach. I can feel the presence of God here. How many can feel it? And if you're out there today and listening, there's people that are here and you either say, number one, Sean, like, I have just battled in a season of darkness and hopelessness and confusion. I at one point believed the Lord, I followed the Lord, but then I went through a spell in my life that could have been COVID, the season of isolation and depression. It could have been something that happened to your family or your friends. Could have been something that directly happened to you, the loss of a loved one, and it just caused you to give up hope. But I'm telling you tonight, God is here to bring you back to Himself. It's His kindness that draws us in. It's His kindness that brings us back. And then there's another group of you here that maybe you've never fully surrendered. You've never fully given something over. You've never fully said, God, you have my yes. You have my yes. No matter what I face, no matter what's in front of me, no matter what comes my way, you tonight have my yes. I want you to be the King. I want you to be the Lord. I want to have the boldness and the courage that these worshipers have. That's how I want to live my life. If you're in either one of those categories, on the count of 3, I just want you to raise your hand. We're not going to close our eyes because guess what? There's no shame here. We all need breakthrough. There's no shame. This is a shame-free zone. This is a condemnation-free zone. Either the sun is set free indeed. So if you're here and your heart's grown cold and you believe today is a day of a relighting of that flame, or you've never fully surrendered your yes, on the count of 3, I want you to raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. Come on, lift it up. Come on, lift it up. Come on, all over this place. Come on, lift it up. Now this is what I want you to do. I just want you to get down on your knees wherever you are. You don't have to rush up here. I just want you to get down on your knees. Come on, if that was you, I want you to get down on your knees just as a sign of surrender. And listen, you believers that are around people that are on their knees, I want you to go lay your hands on them. Come on, right now God is ministering across this hill. Right now God is bringing breakthrough. Right now God is bringing healing. Come on, just begin to pray over them. Just begin to pray over them. Begin to pray over them. Lord, we thank you.
Fuck you, Sean!
Come on, just begin to pray. Begin to pray. Begin to pray. Come on, if you're on your knees, begin to confess. Come on, today is a day of clarity. Today is a day of freedom. Today is a day of breakthrough. Today is a day of salvation. You came in one way, and you're about to leave a different way.
Fuck you, Sean! It's the river! What is down? I tell you, you fuckers!
Come on,
The
keep
place
praying over
should
them.
be different!
Come on, if we got any leaders or pastors, you can go and help them. Come on, pray over them.
But more importantly, we hate your music and your taste and fashion. Because you look like as much of a tool as you really are.
Nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else. Come on, keep praying. Come on, just give it to Jesus. Just give it to Jesus tonight. And I just want you. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else will do. And I just want you. Come on, everybody that's kneeling down and standing up, I want you to declare this prayer after me. Come on, around voice. With boldness and confidence. Come on, everybody, repeat this prayer after me. King Jesus. Come on, louder. King Jesus. Tonight, I give you everything. I give you my past. I give you my sin. I give you my darkness. I give you my loneliness.
just saw angels rejoicing in heaven over what God is doing in the Rocky Mountains. Come on, I want you to sing this with me. Oh, precious is that flow that makes me white as snow. No other found I know. Sing it out. Oh, precious is that makes me white as snow. Found I know nothing but the blood of Jesus. Listen, I want to do two other things, and then Pastor Rob's going to come up here. He's going to pray and do some ministry, but these are big. Number one, there is a spirit of death and suicide hanging over this valley. And I believe God today is bringing freedom and deliverance to people that are battling depression
John Fight just said
and loneliness and
there's
heartache.
depression and there's death and suicide hanging over this valley.
Very honest. Because I'm tired of seeing kids, I'm tired of seeing parents end their life because of depression. Tonight we draw a line in the sand and we say no more death over Colorado. So if you're here and you've battled depression and suicide, some of you, I believe there's 10 people here that even tried to take their life. And it's a miracle that you're here. I want you to lift your hand if that's you. Come on, we got hands up. Lift your hand if that's you, people. Come on, lift your hand up. Wave it out. Come on, this is your day of breakthrough. All right, listen. Look at the people with their hands up right now. Come on, go get around it. Get around it. Come on, church. Get around in church. Come on, get around in church. I want you to start declaring life. Come on, start declaring life. Come on, start declaring life. Start declaring freedom. We break off the spirit of depression off of your life in Jesus' name. We declare life and life and life and life and life. We say, Amy, you do not have this daughter. You do not have this daughter. You do not have this son. They were bought with a price. They were bought with a price. Come on, keep putting it on them. Sing on precious. Oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other
White as snow, no other found I just feel joy bubbling up. The first thing that was ever said about the church, the first statement ever made after Pentecost was that they looked drunk. I think it's time we bring that back again. Isn't that interesting? The first thing that was said about the church was not, they look cool, they look really neat, they look like the world. No. They look calm and collected. No, the first statement about the church in the New Testament is they look drunk. Joy, 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 joy. Joy on all of you, and joy on all of you. Joy, 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 joy. Joy to break the depression. Joy to break the depression. Joy to break the hopelessness. Joy to break the discouragement. Joy, 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 Rob Prater, man, listen. Just hear me out on this. So, we've been doing daily prayer walks around the Supreme Court now for the last almost 20-something days. I've been praying since I was 16 years old to see the death decree of Roe v. Wade reversed in America. So I was just in D.C. a couple days ago, but you know what's interesting? When we're doing these prayer walks around the Supreme Court and we're worshiping, like, you'd think it would feel like a battle. And I know there is a spiritual battle. But we are laughing and smiling and joyful. All we can do is smile and laugh. Because as the enemies are enthroned, as the enemies try to come against the Lord, He who sits in the heavens laughs. I want to challenge you with this, Colorado. This is your new posture of intercession in 2022. Come on, somebody try it with me. When I grew up as a worship leader in the charismatic church, I was taught that the more constipated you looked, the more breakthrough is happening. But I'm telling you, this is a whole lot more fun. Put your hand on someone next to you. Come on, let's just pray that. Joyful intercession. Joyful intercession. Joyful, hope-filled intercession. Joy, joy, joy. Come on, just tell them joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy. Come on, joy that you can't control, that you can't contain. Joy, 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 joy. Come on, fill them with joy. Fill them with the new prayer language. Fill them with the new sound. Let the church of the Rocky Mountains never be the same again. Let this be the most joy-filled, hope-filled church in all of human history. We're so joyful, no one can make us mad. You can't make us mad, we're too joyful. We're too joyful. We're too joyful. We're too happy. We're too happy. We're too happy. We're too joyful. We're too happy. Too bad. We're too happy. We're too happy. Because we know who wins in the end. We know the end of the story. Joy, 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 joy. Joy, 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 joy.
God fuck you up.
Joy, joy, joy. Joy. Come on, just say joy. Show me what these guys. Joy, 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 joy,
The protesters are now walking away from the event because the event's almost over. So that was the Let Us Worship Summer Tour kickoff event here in Boulder, Colorado, that this group of protesters was demonstrating next to try to disrupt. People had noisemakers, a loudspeaker with music playing, lots of flags and banners and lots of chants. And now they're walking back to another location, and I believe there are going to be some speakers. Gonna be crossing the road in a second.
Hitting out leather jacket. I'm causing such a racket. Walk like a bitch, but I talk like a faggot. I don't give a fuck if I really like. You should know that Manny's gonna get anything she likes.
If you want to learn a little bit more about the Let Us Worship group and Sean Fight, you can visit our website, unicornriot.ninja. We published a pretty short article. If you want to learn more, you can do research on your own. But yeah, Let Us Worship is a right-wing evangelical group. They are anti-queer and anti-abortion, which is why folks decided to protest the event here in Boulder, Colorado.
Is that his image? Because that was like the softest lion I've ever seen. Like compared to like lions in like wilderness, that was like the softest picture of a lion.
Thanks to everyone who tuned in. We appreciate everyone who watches or listens to our coverage or reads. We also have articles, a lot of articles. So if you want to check out the rest of our coverage, we cover things internationally, from Palestine to South Africa to Philadelphia to Colorado, all around. So you can go to unicornriot.ninja, check out all of our coverage of a variety of topics. If you appreciate our coverage, we can't do this without your support, so you can always go to unicornriot.ninja and go to the support tab on our website. So again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure to like and share our stuff. Algorithms make things less known and less visible. So yeah, make sure to follow and share and like. We have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Vimeo, a YouTube. We have a Patreon. We have a Twitch. We have, let me see if I'm forgetting anything. We have a lot of social media platforms, and we're going to be getting more. So keep watch for that. Trying to make sure I'm not gonna step on an animal or have an animal interact with me. So this is very tall grass right now. But yeah, thank you so much everyone. We appreciate you. And make sure to visit our website, unicornriot.ninja.